All right, guys, back in the garage today. Going to show you the project we're going to be working on today. I think we're going to call this one post repair on the 4-door to 2-door 55 conversion. So I'll show you what I got going on here. Right here is the next big project for me. As you've seen in the last video, this was a Bel Air car, and I talked about it a little bit. So it had molding on out here, and over the years it's collected moisture. It's got some rust. Somebody throwed some Bondo in it or something before I ever got the car. I knowed it was there. I exposed it the other day when we cleaned this quarter off. So that's what we're going to be tackling today. Not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet. I'm going to be playing around with some things. It'd be great to have another car to cut this post out. Just put a new one in. It's in better shape. But unfortunately, I don't have one. So what I'm going to do, this piece of cardboard here, we're going to put it up here. I'm going to make a template somehow out of that to kind of get my shape for my metal. And then we're going to go from there. This roll that's in this is what I'm going to attempt to make. So I've got a bead roller. Not really familiar with it. Not used it a whole lot. But I'm going to try my hand at that first to try to roll that bead that I'm needing in that post is what I'm thinking. I don't know whether it'll work or not, but I'm going to give it a shot, and I'll update y'all on it, see what we come up. I may have to just throw it away once I get done with it, but I'm going to try it because I haven't really played with the bead roller. I'm wanting to kind of learn how to do it anyway, so that's what I'm going to try this afternoon. If that doesn't work out, then in the last video I was also talking about this is part of the door, that 57 door that I cut up, which has the same roll. So if I can't make this piece by hand, I can use this because it has the roll in it to get that center roll, and then possibly cut metal to connect into it. I'm really not sure, guys. I'm gonna give it my best shot and see what we come up with. I'm not wanting to go back with Bel Air molding on this, so whatever I do with it, I'm wanting it to turn out pretty nice, because I come up with some molding, some quarter molding off a 2-door that is what they call 150 molding. It's kind of like the 57 molding, but it's 455. So I think that's actually how I'm going to set the car back up, is 150 style. So all these holes right here where your Bel Air molding and stuff goes is going to have to be welded up. Same for the door. And then the only thing we'll have is the quarter molding that will end here, and then the paint divider. So whatever I do with this post, I'm wanting it to turn out pretty nice. So that's what we're up against today, guys. I'm gonna get started, try to get some of this laid out with a piece of cardboard and go from there. I'll try to set the other camera up and get some of the work footage too. So I'll be back in a little bit, guys. All right, guys, quick update here on what I got going on with this post. So I'll show you right here. Here's our post. Here's what I come up with. This piece of cardboard. That I trimmed to fit the post. And I brought it all the way up here to where I joined the 4-door piece in. So this bead is about 5/8 from here to here. Center. So I transferred that over to a piece of metal. this is what we got going with the piece of metal laying in here. Got it cut, shaped, and then I took a black marker and I traced. That's where I'm going to attempt to bead roll. Now this inner lip, if this outer skin of this post turns out right with this bead roller, then I'm going to cut a lip to go on the inside, right here on this lip, and then this outer edge right here I'm going to use as my weld seam, and then I'll grind it back out. And then I'm going to attempt to cut the post right here and put that whole piece in up to right in here somewhere. So I don't know. First go around with a bead roller. Actually getting ready to set it up, try it out. I've practiced on a small piece of metal and got the bead. It's really close to the same row. So that's the bead I'm going to attempt to put in this piece of metal that I transferred here over. We're going to try to do it with this bead roller. Like I said, I've never really used this thing. Going to try it out though. It's an Eastwood product. Ordered it. I probably had it a couple years, and I played with it a couple times with some metal, but really nothing to this extent. So. All right, guys, quick update. Show you what we got after the bead roll. So this is my piece. After I put the bead roll in, probably going to cut it off somewhere right in here. The metal is a little bit, it was a little bit tough down here on this thin metal. Probably gonna stop it here. Then I'm gonna use some of that 57 door I showed you in the last video to come back to here. Put another section in like I did right here. That's what I got so far. So I'm gonna set the other camera up. I'm getting ready to cut this post out from my weld seam right here. I'm gonna cut the outer shell of it. I'm gonna cut it right down this outer seam of the rear windshield, and then straight across right here to about right here. I'm actually going to try to leave the inner lip for now for shape, and then just cut this section out. So, stay tuned. We got busted. All right, guys. I'm gonna show you a finished product. Well, it's not completely finished, but it's mainly in there. And super pumped about it. Turned out great. Like I said in the start of this, I'm no professional with bead roller. I've actually just played with it a little bit. I've never made any kind of panels to this custom of it. I think it turned out great. I hope you guys like it. I'll show you what I got going on here. So this is my post I made. And I've got it pretty much welded in and ground back out up against the windowsill. So this edge is still a little bit sharp. So I've still got a little bit of rock right there. So what I plan on doing is cutting a strip from right here down, making the curl. Might not even make the curl because it's pretty solid in the curl. Might even end it like right in here. Welding this seam. Then I'll grind it back out to get that roll that I've got going right here. So I used a bead roller on this. The bead is just a little bit different than like a factory bead, but I'm super pleased with it. I had one little bobble right here as we was making this turn. Like I said, guys, it's the first time I ever used it. I'm super pumped with the way it turned out. The window line, everything's good. You know, I made that out of a flat stock piece of metal. Out of that big piece of metal right there. That's what we got on the post. Hope you guys like. I'll update this video with the bottom edge of it. Once I get it ground out, get everything in, I'll update you again. All right, guys, next day in the garage. Actually, it's been 2 days since I started the post. Had to be at the fire department yesterday, which was Saturday. So I'll show you what today's project's gonna be, and we're gonna continue this on with the post repair. So here's what we got, guys. So here's the post I showed you the other night. Made it from scratch. Pretty pleased the way it turned out. But here is today's project. Right here is where I cut out the 4-door post, so that has to be patched anyway. And I showed you guys that I had some rust in this post. So this is supposed to be down right here, and it's soft right here. Well, pretty much gone, actually. Where that Bel Air molding was on here, and it's held moisture over the years. So today's project is patch panel from here down to here to tie all this new post I made in together. We got to make it rounded like the factory. So the way I've got this post in, what I'm thinking is when I tie in this piece down through here, I'll weld this seam down, and then I'll grind it and shape it to give me my round edge. So how I'm going to get there, I think, because this is wide up here and narrows down once it gets down here. I'll show you on my other car what it actually looks like. We'll go over here for a second. So this is what it's supposed to look like. It tapers down to the bottom. And that's the post I built on the 55. So what I'm thinking on it, I'm gonna roll this back glass down on this car Got my cardboard here. I'm gonna hold it up there, trace it out, get it to where I like it with the cardboard. And then we're gonna convert it to metal, shape it by hand. Typically that's how I end up doing metal like that, is by hand or by my knee or by a hammer and dolly. So, you know, old school stuff. But anyway, I'll bring you back shortly. All right, guys, quick update real quick. Show you what I got. So this is our piece we got put in. Just tacked in. So what I'm planning on doing is welding down this seam, and then I'll grind to get the round edge, and then come back, and I'll probably have to put like a little filler plate in right there, because some of my structure was gone on the inside here. So yeah, next step, I'm gonna weld it up, shape it out, and I'll bring you back. Okay guys, this is probably the last update on this video. Then I'm gonna put something together, get it put out there. But I'll show you what I got on this post rebuild, which led into a little more, and I'll show you what I got going on. Here we go. So this post that we made, the small project I was talking about earlier, is the inner lip. So we got all that made, welded in there. Everything's shaped out pretty good. Also today I have worked on, this thing had the Bel Air script right here, welded them holes out, got it ground out. You seen on the other video I talked about a little bit of rust repair right here. Cut out a panel, put in there. And also we cut out a panel and put right here. Turned out pretty good. This one sunk a little bit. When I made the panel, I realized there was a dent down here after I'd already started welding it in. So I've got a little bit of warpage, whatever you want to call it. It's sunk just a little bit. Should be able to, it's not bad. We'll be able to work it out with body filler, but it's all good. This one turned out great. So we should be in good shape. This quarter over here, guys, is getting real close to some body work. This right here, where the tape is, which we'll pull it off. There's your double lip for the window, and then your stainless molding goes around through here. Got it in pretty good shape. Turned out great. Hope you guys can see that. But anyway, I think we're going to call this one, it's not necessarily going to be part 4. This one's going to be post repair. Because if you've seen in the earlier videos, this post was pretty bad, and that's kind of what led into everything we got going on. So the next step, we're going to go to the inside of the door. We're going to get our inside braces in using the inside skin of the factory 4-door. We'll get it cut down, get it welded in there, and all that good stuff. You know, we got these panels in. We got that in. No longer see where that 4-door post was. It's all continuous. Like one little weld right there I've missed. We'll weld it up and grind it out. Be in good shape. But that's what we got, guys. Turned out pretty good. Thank for everybody that's subscribing to the channel. All your great comments. Keep commenting. I want to talk to you. Like, subscribe. Talk to me, guys. See you. Bye.